What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna be messing with Shorty, and you're gonna probably ask me why we still messing with Shorty. Well, we finally got around to, obviously, yes, I have another video of doing the 4-link on my OBS F-150 short bed to a Super Duty axle. So we got away with using the stock buckets, and we have the slinky mod going on. If you don't know what the slinky mod is when the coil starts to bend and people start to make fun of you. So no one's really called me out about it, but it's been bothering me. So we got new buckets. I'll show you guys here in a second. We've already had the track bar bracket. This thing's been bothering me forever. I had ordered a 0 lift one, and I think I got one that was like a 4-inch drop, and we had to put it on to get it into the next last show. So now we're getting ready for another show. So we want to drop Shorty as much as possible. So the rear, we're probably going to drop it down 2 to 4 inches, somewhere around there. And then in the front, we still have quite a bit of room before the bump stop, but the bump stops will be removed. So we'll have a little bit more. And then we'll put better shocks so we don't have to really worry about it, like, you know, touching the frame. I mean, it might touch a little bit. This is not a daily driver. This is just a show. Kind of show up and do parties with doing burnouts all the time. So we got our new track bar bracket. This thing is pretty freaking beefy. This thing is super tucked. I mean, look from here to here, look from there to there, big time. And then this bracket right there is in the way of our axle. I've actually hit the top of the pumpkin. You can see some scratch in there. So we'll get that done. We got a different pitman arm that was also supposed to be a 0 arm, and I guess I got lied to. So we got this guy, a lot different. It's kind of hard to hold this, but a lot different in size. So we got that. We got new buckets here from Blow and Diesel. I believe that's how you say it correctly. So we got that going on. We may need to change the shocks because it does drop the brackets. The shock bracket's down lower than what the coil bucket is, but we'll figure that out when we get it in there. I'm not too worried about shocks right now. Like I said, these are just some old ones that we just kind of use and try to get by with it. So this is not going to be a how-to. This is just me doing updates on my truck and getting everything fixed for our next show. And just slamming this thing. We're going to get some new tint in this video. We gotta get a new battery in this thing. This thing is stone dead. So got a new one over there charging just to make sure before we put it in. And yeah, let's get cracking on this thing. And next video showing this thing fully stripped apart. All right, so we got that frame all cleaned off with the old brackets that were sitting there. The bump stops were actually made to them, so that was nice. I didn't have to spend any time with that. Got that cleaned off, letting the paint dry. And we already got the brackets painted, so let's check them out. So here we go. So I took them out of the sun so they can cool off a little bit in here. Got this side all gutted, so we're gonna get that all mocked up. We gotta drill some more holes into these. This is gonna be some fun because they're pretty heavy to hold for the most part. Throw some bolts and kind of hold it up there. So much dirt on this stuff from all the grinding, so I gotta wash that off when I'm all done. But let's keep chucking along, doing pretty good. All right, so we got it all set up. Everything is kind of under our load, spring pressure wise. So we got the bracket all in there. Got the lower bracket for the track bar, so much tighter up against the frame. I mean, we have a big wide opening. Can you get the camera scoot over enough? The big wide opening in there. Like I said, it's hard to get the camera, but we're big time open. Let me see if I can get it this way. Maybe? Yeah. Okay. Pitman arm in there, everything. We have so much clearance. I did have to notch the frame here quite a bit. Let's see if I can get up in there. You can see right there. The track bar to the frame. Cut it out quite a bit. Truck already did lower itself quite a bit based on the shock length here. I could see that we're shorter. But other than that, we're almost done. We're gonna start probably gonna get the truck down on the ground, see how much lower it did get, and then we have some drop brackets for the rear We're going to see whether we're going to do a 2-inch or a 4-inch drop. Just got to kind of base it off the front side and go from there. But I am super excited. Let's keep trucking along. We're doing pretty good. Alright, so we got the front all done. We dropped it about 2 inches overall. So it's 4.5 inch from the tire to fender. So now we're in the back, dropping it about 2 inches. And we should be about 2.5 or 4.5 overall. So this is a 2-inch drop, and we also have some front shackle drops. We got front hinge, I don't know what the heck those things are called, but well, we could drop it 4 inches later and then probably have like an inch overall or so. But as of right now, we're gonna knock out these next, and should be finishing up. Got that tint done on this thing. Wasn't anything crazy. 70 in the front, 30 on the sides and back, even the little windows. It's pretty nice. Nothing too crazy. You know, even if we had the glare, I mean, the camera can look out and not be blinded. So got those all done. Got the truck lowered at all 4 corners now. So we dropped the rear 3 inches and the front about 2 inches. Had to do a lot of cutting under here on the front cross member to try to get that axle stuck up all the way in there. Everything's all tightened up. Truck drives phenomenal with the correct buckets now, and we're not doing that slinky mod where they're bent. So that turned out really nice. You can see them in there. Rear, tried and use those shackles, and it really dropped it. It only dropped it like maybe 1/4 of an inch, which was wild. I mean, those brackets are massive to be dropped, but barely dropped it. Had to loosen the traction bars. I guess it was putting it in a bind too. It did drop about an inch overall with those, but those are supposed to be 2-inch. And then, so I wasn't satisfied with that, so we did, where is it? Did the front ones here. Had to cut those all out last night, bolt them up. Then we were able to drop a total of 3 inches when it says it's 4, but it's a light truck. Doesn't really have a lot of weight on it, so I'm pretty sure if it had like a bumper, it would be kind of down to 4 inches. But this is our final little product here with Super Duty axles underneath. So we could probably go lower in the front, but we're talking like huge chunks out of the front subframe to get that out. Or cross member, sorry, these don't have subframes. Cross member. Got that battery in there. Everything starts up just fine now. Gotta let the tint sit a little bit outside. It's early in the morning now. Gotta get a little bit of these bubbles out, but gotta let the heat get at it. So other than that, it's just ready to rock. Gotta get that front bumper on, but we're not worried about it in this video. But overall, I'm pretty happy on the slant part. For what it is. There's no one else really doing a 4x4 single cab short bed with Super Duty axles, 4-link, rear traction bars, and some big 24s on it. So yeah, see you guys on the next one. Peace.